Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. Grimgor is back and he is not happy about his current predicament. And I thought foolishly maybe I could do some damage to him, and in all honesty, if I can chip down these Black Orcs really well, I think it very is possible I could take on his army. But for me to actually do that effectively, I need to actually make good use of my Rattling Gunners, and ideally, get another Plague Claw Catapult to kind of help in that regard. And let's see, I still have to end the turn because you are not able to get my extra Plague Claw for the moment. And as a result, actually, I cannot change your stance, alas, so we'll leave you there for now. And next turn, I'm going to see if I can get away with that. But I am going to have to keep an eye on this other squad, which will be a bit of a pain, a bit of a problem. Now my assassin doesn't really need to be down here anymore, and I wonder if it's possible I can double up with my assassins in some way to do a bunch of damage. Probably not, but I will happily take free food. Ambush success chance could be good for dealing with Grimgor since he kind of got a bodyguard army next to him. And what else do we get? Enhances the benefit of my plague monks. Only problem is I don't know if that's for both the census bearers or the regular plague monks. I want to assume it's for both of them, but until I actually check it, I don't know for sure. And otherwise, what are my alternatives? Just getting the Hell Pit Abomination upgrade, which honestly I'm not all that enthusiastic for, but I should seriously consider it. It is a higher tier unit, and it is a more prevalent type of monstrous unit anyway. I'm just not excited about it. That's really the only justification I have. And otherwise, I was suffering attrition damage before, so it has something to do with being enemy territory, I guess. It's made apparent by doing this. Now I wonder, actually I'm not going to jump yet unless I stay in my own territory, which honestly I don't know where my territory ends and the uncharted space begins. So I think I'm just going to stay here and recover for a time being before jumping over to check out these ruins. I was thinking of doing that, but let's see. We have special job for you. I don't know. Oh, it's just a very long detour. Alas, it's going to take a little bit of time before you join in. But without a doubt, I'm going to have to somehow secure my position before we get into trouble. Which is going to be tricky, since I don't have any other ways to increase my garrison, do I now? Although with that said, do I have a basic, what is it, clan pit? It doesn't look like I have one, which might be useful to have for this region, even if it doesn't give me extra units or extra garrison. And we are going to see if we could do something about Grimgor here, although I think I'm okay. They're more than likely going to go with Spike Peak, which means the Misty Mountains needs to be ready as well, but they're already as well equipped as they're going to be on the garrison. I just gotta make sure my army is in the area for if Grimgor decides to go that way. While also getting my extra Plague Claw Catapult. Could be a little tricky. And other than that, I don't think there's much else to really need to do. Aside from maybe save up some of my money for more infrastructure.
Show way to my skin, and I will give you many secrets, yes? Yes?
They're gonna offer me gold for a non-aggression pack. Really tempting, I'm not gonna lie. But I like the idea of them being my adversary, or main big rival to follow up against next. It would be easy to, yeah, just take this and then I don't have to worry about them for the rest of the campaign. Spineless, what does that do? Prone to flee. Yeah, I like the idea of rejecting, even though 1,000 payment is kind of nice, but the more I offend them, the more likely it'll backstab me in some form. Well, this is no surprise. Although, let's see, yeah, they're just straight up attacking me here. And I'm wondering, how much damage can I do to this army? I am seriously wondering if I can cripple them. It looks like a one-side bout, sadly. But we were able to slow down the savage orcs quite a bit. I'm just curious about speed. What are the speed of my gun runners here? 60. And they are pretty mobile. They almost can outrun the boar boys, especially with the snare net. If they had a poison effect, I could almost kite these boar boys, but it's worth giving this a try, even though I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna skip through this result regardless. Well, it was decent damage against the orc boys, if nothing else, but I didn't really have a good response to deal with so many black orcs, alas. Since I do need some good armor piercing, let alone armor piercing that's not going to get crushed immediately, or some good spells would have helped in that regard. So settlements have been raised, that's kind of fine, as that means they don't get the benefit off it. It is a lot of resources that were spent, and there's Grimgore right now.
Master Engineer.
I am kind of okay with that, but suffice to say, I don't have 2 turns to prepare for this. Which does make me wonder if I can engage him and have my army join me. Can I intimidate him with such a decent garrison? I'm just going to save, because all I really want is just to see if my army can join the fight or not when I poke out like I am. And I learned valuable lessons with dealing with the Grimgore's army. I need to go after the Black Orcs, ideally. And it is possible I can win. And it does increase my odds quite a bit when I increase the number of menace below. We just gotta make this count by doing a lot of damage, and most important factor is the layout, which I'm not really liking. Doesn't seem like I have much of any. Well, there is some high ground here, but I would like a firing point for my gunners. They're gonna be essential. We're gonna just throw nothing but rats at them and hope, if my line of sight is good, just cripple the Black Orcs. Which again is going to be really hard having only a single Plague Claw catapult, since I am then relying on nothing but gunners. And this is underway. Dang it. Why can't I get good high ground points? This is very... Yeah, this is like the only spot here, maybe. Trying to figure out how to use these gunners properly. And the layout very rarely benefits for that kind of strategy. Unless somehow I could trick them to this low ground here. Especially with the Black Orcs, that might be doable. It might be. That's the only thought process I have, is maybe I can have my gunners in that position to maybe just shoot them if I can bait the orcs over here, the Black Orcs. Really hard to say. I doubt it's going to work as I'm envisioning. I would like it to, but I doubt it will. Because the problem is I do need to still protect these for when the cavalry decide to go after them. And I have lots of reinforcements coming in, which can be pretty good fodder too. And they're conveniently coming right here. It's just, again, how the hell do I use these gunners? All I want is a little elevation, but it looks like the elevation is just crap for me. Outside this one spot here. Hmm. I just don't know. I honestly don't know how to best use these. Although, let's see, 42 speed. They have stock, but that doesn't really help with how narrow this place is, let's be honest. Yeah, 67-second duration. They could be good at killing archers. But I don't really see any of the army to really gauge properly. If somehow I was able to get here ahead of time, that'd be great, but I seriously doubt I could pull it off, can I? Because I would have to stand my ground. If I could somehow have the orcs fighting here, that's probably the best I could think of. And then maybe I can have gunners and all that shoot from this higher slope, ideally. Ideally.
Now, ready, now.
I seriously doubt it'll work as I want, but it is the dream, and if I could start crippling those black orcs, maybe I can get something going here.
Our tale is yours.
Just trick them into a kill zone, ideally.
Ready, ready. For the vermin time.
Otherwise, not much else to really say, I guess. We're gonna try and hope that we can make something work here. And I don't know what I want to do with my 2 storm vermins. If I control them well enough, they can just take the place of the spears, essentially, for when they decide to go after my range units. Which is part of the plan there, but actually, you have concealment, maybe you could just harass them and back up. You don't really have good speed for it. But are you... You're still faster than the black orcs, right? By a fair margin. And with concealment bombs, maybe I could use them as a bait. Although you figure just regular clan rats would serve as a good bait, right?
Our tale's yours. Clan rats.
We'll try and see what works. If I had good terrain, maybe then I have something to work with. Since keep in mind, we had a nice little elevation similar to this bridge, but it wouldn't let me actually move my units up there, which really hurt my endeavors to try and do damage, especially with my range units. Oh well, let me actually get these guys grouped up, not that it really matters. They're already kind of spread out. But we will see what happens here. And hope I can somehow get something going. We have Death Frenzy, probably is not all that useful. Yeah, and you only have your Warp Lightning, which honestly would still be good against the Black Orcs if I aim it properly. You just don't have very good speed, with that said.
Ready to hunt, kill.
And again, I do have fodder units. As well as another Warlock that sadly does not have... only allows me extra Warp Lightnings. Which is not saying much. Alright, reinforcement buffer is here. We'll see what we can do with them. As there is a chance for me for victory, is what is said. And realistically, that should be really good odds. It's just how to make it work. Since after all, it's just not considering the terrain and the layout of the map all that great for it. Alright, you guys get in back and prepare for any boar boys. Ideally. You guys go over there. More Globadiers, you're a welcome sight. As they have armor piercing, they would be pretty good against Black Orcs. And I gotta make sure their firing arc's pretty good too.
Now, ready. Get to the leg.
As this positioning is probably not all that great, let's be honest.
It shall be done. Now, ready, now. What? Oh, die. Quick. Not running.
Alright, you guys get going. Yeah, this is quite a mess of units.
Yes, Master Lord. March, scurry, yes.
And how am I doing for my range weaponry?
Rattling gun.
And they're still coming.
Get an answer. Now, ready now. Good.
You guys could actually be useful here. You could be.
Great, yeah. Now, move.
Now, let's make sure these things are prioritized to proper targets.
What?
Savage orcs,
Die.
they obliterate them, and the lightning
Yes.
will go after that, ideally.
Warlock Master.
Kill the boar boys. Damn, that was a hit.
Rickaback. Clanrat spears. Great Anaka. Die. Very good, Master.
Slingers go over there and be fodder.
Gabenblight's command. Cutthroat's command.
I just gotta remember what control group they're all set up as.
Back underground. War-blanket cannon. Yes.
Now, fire at the chariots. We got guns firing, but
Clanrat spears.
units are kind of in the way at the same time.
Rattling gun.
But we do got good crossfire going on here.
We obey.
Can't we just wreck these things as much as we can? We got good firing arc.
Storm vermin. Undying loyalty, Master. Back underground.
Now, I'm waiting for the black orcs
Ready.
to kind of obliterate them.
Right claw catapult.
Now, where? This is a bit of a mess, but we can have globadiers just pummel, and again, nice, really good crossfire here. And hopefully this hits the black orcs. Square in the light. There. That's what we want to see.
Bringing doom. Scampering.
These are storm vermin here. And where are range units? As we got a lot of rapid fire going on here, I just gotta prioritize better.
Warlock moves. Unleash your pain.
Let's not jinx it yet there. I like to think it's going well, but I'm not sure if that's true. Because I still need to organize this mess. I want to hit more black orcs. As I've learned in these previous engagements, that they're a bit of the problem child. That wasn't a very good hit, though.
Stop it. At once. Warlock Master.
Alright, globadiers, get on going in there. I think we're just crush them anyway. I have enough critical mass of troops in the way to, and the concave did work out well. I was shooting at mostly was it cavalry units before though. Now can we hit enough of these black orcs? That was a good hit there.
Warlock Master.
We do need to do something about Grimgore. He's gonna be a pain in my ass. But yeah, they're just getting crushed right now. That is convenient. Now let's buff everyone up and see about crippling this warlord somehow. It is kind of a drastic difference, which makes me seriously wonder how to get better. I feel like, again, all those other previous attempts where I tried to harass and do damage to Grimgor could have gone really well in my advantage. The reason why this is such a stomp is, of course, all I really got was extra fodder in the way. I don't even think I did anything spectacular with my gunner runners or night runners even. We just now have to deal with the boss somehow. Even units that are full health are just running the hell away. Oh, I didn't even notice they were catapults I could have gone after. Now we have to somehow beat Grimgor without doing too much damage to myself. Although you can imagine how ridiculous my death frenzy is going to be when everyone gets in on this fight. It's just going to take a while, I feel. I don't think I need to state the obvious there. Unless I want to blow up my own army, which even then is arguably not going to do enough. But this is a great way to get value out of this army. Yeah, it's literally Grimgor's only thing left standing. And he's a pain in the ass to kill off. If I had poisons or something like that, that would help a ton, but alas, I don't have any poisoned attacks. No poisoned weaponry. Now, can the Jezzails do some damage to him? Because they actually have armor. Well, they have shield breaker. They don't have armor sundering like I thought they would. Which actually would have been pretty useful against Grimgor some. Buff up everything. Overwhelm Grimgor with nothing but fanatic rats. And hope I'm not doing more damage with this barrage, which you know the poison globadiers are probably hurting me a lot. Just because of their AoE nonsense. But can we kill Grimgor now that we have that opportunity, or at least wound him rather? And you're wavering even though you're just watching us win. That's how cowardly the rats are. Even when we're about to win, they still want to run. Well, I feel like we were kind of robbed a nice tense battle. Because now it makes me want to seriously have tried to invest more in just my... was it Shife versus Grimgor previously? Rather than relying on the city to help me with this fight. I don't know how realistic it would have been, but it does show that the Black Orcs were what was carrying this army. And I had placed too much emphasis on the Boar Boys being a threat.
You die, see?
A little bit of food, a little bit of gold.
Soon we'll lead rule clan.
Wait, yeah, oh, Grimgor was wounded, okay. Defeat the following lord, or was... That was Grimgor. That had to be Grimgor. Yeah, defeat Grimgor. Creek is going to be furious after hearing about this. So you may want to stay away from him for a while, I think, there, Shite.
Untrusted worm, poison after.
Yeah, what else? Extra armor could be good. I'm going to continue with that route of you being a bodyguard, even if it's still very questionable. Yeah, Grimgor is wounded, so let's just clean up. No. Clean up this army. I don't need to tell you how this is going to go. Honestly, all I did was just surround them with gunners and then watch them tear them apart. With a couple of clan rats just in case my gunners got charged on. Armor-piercing weapon damage. I like the sounds of that, but does that count for range weaponry? That's what I honestly wonder. Because that could be pretty good.
Serve me, me!
I just don't know if it actually does or not, which is something I'm going to have to check. Either way,
Worth
nice
more,
easy
more
victory there,
alive.
but I feel like we were robbed in epic battle, and I apologize for that. Learning experience, and especially having to learn
Master of scribe.
just how terrifying
Dominate.
the Black Orcs truly are. And this is an interesting predicament. Do I actually get a mount for this Warlock or not? I am seriously considering it. I won't lie. And extra amp. Let's see, how much, and with that said, how much more do I go into the spells? Because unlocking the utility is definitely helpful, but I also would like to increase the potential of my gunners. Although really, all this does is increases their ammo count. Which may not be as exciting on its own until I get to maybe the second tier of leader abilities. Either way, I don't have much of a choice. I already got Howling Warp Gale. And I haven't really fought any air units to really make use of it either. But at least the Warp Lightning was useful against the Black Orcs, if nothing else. And I can just walk back, garrison, and see about getting extra trebuchet or plague claw catapult. I might as well, but let's get rid of one who's not leveled up. And then we can hopefully play his army properly. And good God, well, there is a buff reducing the cost for recruitment, to be fair. That probably has something to do with it. And then I'm going to have to see how to optimize this army further a little bit. Besides, of course, just getting more storm vermin. As durable as they could be for this type of army, they're more of a convenience rather than the main, what I depend on for his army. Alright, Queek's going to continue his wonderful journey, and thankfully, he hasn't really been needed over there. Surprisingly. And, well, the Khemri might take the settlement from me, but I might have an opportunity to join them in a battle, and that would be a fun little treat, even if it's completely unnecessary. Assassin, I know what to do with you. We just gotta get to the hag first. And research is done. Plague Monk attack strength, yes please. That is something I know I'm gonna benefit off of, and I need a Den of Secrets arsenal for more tech, which hopefully I think I'm getting pretty close to unlocking. I've just gotta see what exactly those are. What exactly is the arsenal? Well, it tells me up here. So, plans within plans. Pit at the Packmasters. What else unlocks it? Oh, arsenals for the Death Runners. Okay. And then it oh no, I'm completely wrong. That's the Warp Block Jezzails. Okay. So I should already have that. And I'll have to finally get around to Death Runners if I want to unlock that tech. And they do have armor piercing, although I don't think they're really meant to fight Black Orcs one-on-one, or armor sundering of some kind. This may not be what I want the Death Runners for, as tempting as it is. I want you to be population 4, but that's not going to be for a while. And sadly, going to be a while till I get well, I'm going to be, yeah, it's going to be a while till population 5 here, alas. So getting extra tech's going to take some time unless I make use of this structure, which conveniently does allow access to the Death Runners. So I got that covered. And then I have one structure slot available, which I can't remember what I was, oh yeah, I was going to fortify. But getting income is also really nice. even though I'm not getting a lot of income here to be fair. But I do want to increase the garrison, and that is worth it. And I think I'm just going to repair this, just so I can start preparing for the extra tech. Although, yeah, I had 8 turns till distilled potions. I don't think that was all. There was any need to rush that. Not from what I could tell. Let's continue the infrastructure. I have a little bit of wealth to burn. I'm not really a fan of upgrading these tier 3s, but again, I have money to burn, and I don't think I'm, well, I could get a 4th lord pretty damn soon. And next turn you can maneuver. And there's nothing I could do here, so why did you send me over this way? I don't know, maybe I was trying filtering through, but either way. Upgrade that. Upgrade you to level 3. We shouldn't have to worry about you being attacked anymore, hopefully. And this is just repairs I don't care for. And I burnt all my money. How to burn all your money in it rapidly. And apparently I'm not getting a lot of income over here either. So it tells me. 3 different cities in total are giving me a bunch of money, but not the Temple of Skulls, alas. You, however, are giving me tons of money, just by yourself. Now, I really do need to figure out why they're getting so wealthy in some regions and not others. Either way, who else needs to move before we progress? Because you did your job there, Shife. You're good. Queek's on the move. You're just recouping for another turn, that's fine. Assassin there, you're not really needed anymore, but Grimgor will be back. Grimgor will without a doubt be back, and I want to be ready for him. As I already have an army over here to kind of scout around. And there's treasure to be found. Sadly, there's no docks here to worry about. With that said, yeah, there's almost quite literally no docks or anything. Well, actually, I could just walk on this coast and get on a boat that way, can't I? I don't think I'm going to do it yet. Or I'll check it once I check out this ruin here. And then we'll see what happens. Well, Khemri want me to join the battle there, and I will happily join this, although there's really nothing to see here, let's be honest. This is just for glory and a conjoined effort, I guess. As fun as that was potentially, by the time I got to the army, it was already decided. Even with my war machines, my Doom Flayer and Doom Wheel. They didn't really get a chance to do anything until after the battle was done, which I let it burn a little bit just to watch them run over goblins. Only thing that got shots in, of course, was the Warp Lightning. And other than that, a little bit of food never hurt. I need to supplement my food. Alright, more orc shenaniganry, which is amusing. Because apparently I have no chance here, but they only got 4 units.
Fight, kill, death frenzy.
I am really tempted to see if I can actually pull this off. I seriously doubt it, but what is my movement like to the boar boys? 60? There's 68, but yeah, they're night runners and not gunner runners, which is a bit of a big deal.
We battle or else.
I'm gonna try this anyway, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna showcase this one. There's not gonna be a lot of control to it, so it should go pretty quickly. I don't know how. It's really gonna be the war boss that's gonna be a problem. Without a doubt. But I want to feel like my Night Runners could deal with the boar boys well, especially with some clan rat spears in a position to maybe intercept. Maybe. I'm just trying to remember. Boar boys or large creatures are not very good in the trees as far as speed and mobility, which could be pretty good at slowing them down here, if not, even though it may not be much. Otherwise, Skaven slaves are going to get ready for the boar boys. And we'll see what we can do about this. I doubt it's going to go well. They're only clan rats after all. But again, I can run through the woods pretty well, and I have physical resistance against archers. Which should be pretty good there. Should be. I am being slowed down, I'm just not sure by what. And hopefully, this does not backfire on me. Because I'm gambling a little bit on these trees actually helping me. Oh yeah, and I forgot I have menace below too, which is going to be a big deal here. Although chariot's going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? It's a start, I guess. It is a start. Come on, don't break on me now, guys. We have clan rats taking the hits for you. Come on, guys. Don't break on me. Because clan rat... Yeah, Skaven slaves could do well here. I just don't want them getting attacked carelessly like this. Can we do something about these guys, though? I don't think we can, sadly. Especially with the fanatics coming around. And the chariot's just gonna wreck my... Yeah, it's just wrecking my Skaven slaves. Boar boys are getting wrecked, but that don't mean much, because now I don't really have a weapon to deal with the chariot the best. I can get more clan rats to deal with their archers, though. And that hopefully should be enough. Without a doubt, I'm not going to be able to deal with anything else very well. Nope, they're doing charge attack, though. That's going to suck. Alright, Skaven slaves, you get yourself set up. You could still do something to this chariot, if I'm so lucky. Actually, if you can fight the boar boys, that's just as beneficial for me. I'm hoping. Yep, one of my slaves just decided to run. And hopefully I am doing something to these goblins. Maybe not much, though. And they're throwing more fanatics at me, which is not fun either. Boar boys are all but extinct, all but gone, but I don't have enough troops now. Can I at least kill off one of their units? That would be kind of nice. Nope, they're completely gone now. I don't think the slaves are up to the task of finishing off the boar boys. And I would like to cripple the goblins. 600 health, but they're not going to be able to stop them. And I'm gambling, since these guys are still decent melee fighters, they can shred the goblins up pretty well. Let's see, they have more ammo, more range, but they're weaker in a lot of other regards. I should be okay, especially with 2 squads of them. Nope, Skaven slaves are about to lose right now. And there's the chariot to make my life difficult. I had more faith in the Skaven slaves, thinking their spears could have been useful. There was a little bit of bad positioning, but I was hoping a little bit more. But the wagon, the chariot, just kind of was almost unstoppable there. Even the clan rats didn't seem like they did any actual damage to it. Unfortunately. But we did deal with the boar boys pretty well. Maybe if I was able to summon more clan rats, that might be a different story, but even then, we have to deal with the war boss still, and I have nothing to deal with him. And otherwise, yeah, the boar boys, even though they got crushed, did the most damage, surprisingly. So it was the right choice to try and go after them. Oh, what's going on here? During a raid on a dwarf outpost, one of your lords captures a dwarven powder hall. Let's see. Flash bomb, so that just debuffs, which could be really good against cavalry. But I'm not really dealing with a lot of cavalry type of units. Set it alight, get a bunch of money out of it. Boom Master. Which lord would this be though? I would love nothing more than the... Oh, it is for Shife. I think without a doubt I'd give this to him. This sounds perfect. And then, yeah, just give it to a lord and that would be perfect. So long as it's the right one I'm thinking of that got it. No, dang it, it wasn't.
Knows I dominate.
That is unfortunate. So they looted my settlement. Settlement lost. Scheme of Doom is available. Yeah, let's see. Shife and... Wow. How do I know how to pick them or what? No wonder I got confused, thinking it was my warlock.
Too weak to betray.
They literally have the exact same name. Which is why I was so excited to maybe give it to this guy. He would have benefited nicely from it. But alas, that was not meant to be. Either way, we have some time to recover, and we can plan our counterattack pretty soon. And we have an assassin that is perfect for helping to make that happen. Let's see, just continue in being a combat fighter. You are level 22, so you're going to be good at that. And you went your full move. Okay, I just want to make sure of that. Level 6. Reduce the cost. Oh, you got 2 levels in because of that upgrade. Perfect. And what about our warlock?
Trust him for now.
Oh, I got access to evasion already. For some reason, I thought I needed 4 points. Either way, let's try and get Crack Call and the other spell. And let's see. How far can I go? Can I tunnel through?
No tunnel.
Not really.
Order, listen.
Well, it helps if... Yeah, it helps if I select the right unit.
I am warlord.
Now, let's see what treasures are to be found here. And Creek got a level up. Perfect. He is renowned and feared. There is definitely some stuff to grab, but let's focus on, well, without a doubt, I want to get these for a little bit extra resistance maybe, or at least some magic resistance. Do I do that now? Because how far can I get if I go into the battle tree or the battle tier? Because what I'm thinking is maybe getting respected and feared, because that buffs the plague monks, the storm vermin, and I am pretty close to getting death runners. Otherwise, a lot of the other stuff he doesn't really benefit from the best. Outside of the Doom Wheels and Doom Flare charge bonus, which ideally I don't want to Warp Lightning here either. So respected and feared works good there. That will put me up to 38-ish, I think. And then I'll be able to pick maybe one of these traits. Maybe. Respected and feared it is. Get a little more potential out of my actual infantry. As much as I would like charge bonus on the Doom Flayers and Doom Wheels. Either way. Can I traverse across? A little bit, but not much. I think it's better to just dig right through, since next turn we'll be within reach of our next objective and I'll have all the gear I need. And then Queek can make his triumphant return to deal with the orc threat once and for all. Although I don't... Okay, there's where you're hiding, our little hag. Now, without a doubt, it was already part of the plan. Let's start benefiting off some Death Runners. And see what fun can be had with them. Otherwise, what settlement is this? Oh, that's the new settlement I just got. That was all a wreck and ruin. This will give me a little bit of income, not much, but it'll help defend it. Otherwise, you're still recovering. There's no rush for that. And I don't even have the money to afford it. A piddly little thing like that I cannot afford. And we look good here. I'm just realizing I never did take the time to look at what equipment I could have swapped around. As, without a doubt, you could benefit from some armor. I just don't know what would be ideal. If I am serious, but you can get equipment, and I should be trying to do that. Although ward save would probably be better on my wizard. In all seriousness, recruitment cost, that's perfect for you. Research bonus. And I don't think I care about banners so much on you. Ideally. Although movement speed could still be nice, especially since one of these did increase movement speed, didn't they? I just wasn't looking properly. Either way, that was a pretty quick turn, and there's a lot to be had here.
I do not care about dead things. Speak if you can.
Defensive alliance. I would like one of these Tomb Guards, or one of these one of these Tomb Guard factions to be the dominant faction here. But if Cetra is able to get confederations going, maybe that would make my problem easier for me, but I am willing to accept, especially if they go to war with each other. Then I can help cement their influence.
Speak if you can.
What's going on here? Double defensive alliance, alright. Hopefully they like each other enough to consider a confederation at some point. That way we can have a big, massive mega army down south. Before I eventually backstab them. At some point. Now, with that said,
We stalk. Yes.
I cannot travel like I want.
Now we dig.
And you can't search the ruins for me. I might as well, right? Oh, it's one of these puzzles, which I think I have to pick a random one. Before I thought there was something I had to really figure out, but I'm just going to pick the one that looks vaguely like a Tau icon. Okay, clearly the Tau was not the greater result. Especially when I'm the evil faction, the chaotic faction. Alright, you're an assassin. You are almost within reach of your assassin's trophy. And speaking of which, murder.
Assassinate.
Goodbye. Now who's next? Queek? I think you're... Yeah, you still suffer attrition damage, which I'm not a fan of.
Into under empire.
But
I say, move, move.
you are ready to get your armor now.
Stinks like a
And then
grazier.
I completely forgot. What do I have in mind for you? Or you basically got everything I want. Outside just buffing you up further. Probably with your spells, because you can't go wrong with that, right? It helps me to learn them and maybe how to benefit off them some. But Scary might be another one to keep, might be better. At least that one will give me results, and I can use it for later. Also, oh, I can't get my census bearers. Not
Untrusted
currently.
worm.
You're a
Poison
chieftain.
after.
You're almost leveled up to be suspiciously loyal. That I'm fine with. And then you will help keep my warlock in line for a bit.
Too weak to betray.
Everyone's leveling up. I like it. I am definitely liking this.
Who killed?
Iqbalt, what do you find up here?
Move tails.
Because the orc boys kind of ran off. And I'm not liking that. Because it means, well, they're not over here, thankfully. So I wonder where they went. Either way, I got my Plague Claw catapult now, do I? Yes, I do, and that level up makes me kind of want to get rid of these ones for the higher level, if I were so honest.
Many kills to come.
But I gotta be careful about jumping around. That could cause problems. So I think the smart thing to do is just jump over here and still get my troop replenishment. Which sadly did not seem like it worked very well here. I figured I would have got to more replenishment. Unless that was actually some weird kind of attrition damage I just took. Only thing I could really think of there. Otherwise, nothing else I need to do for now. Aside, hopefully that not being a mistake to move away from Kazakh-Asgal.
This is dark omen.
Since you're not quite fair, you're not really fortified at the moment. And I would like to fix that. If I'm so serious, so we'll scrap this and replace it for the trench tunnels or whatever that dang thing was called. Just in preparation. No, I don't care about damaged buildings. They will recover soon. And we're almost done here. At least with Queek's journey.
Squirt your fear terror. You stand in presence of Quake.
Military access I'm willing to approve of. It's deteriorating at the moment, but I'm fine with extra money. Because they kind of been putting heroes through. Regardless. And I don't think military access really matters for them. Alright, my wounded engineer is back. I don't get the bonus there, but I can live. I'll survive.
Realm weakens.
And continue to improve the garrison here. And I guess eventually, I will have access to the Hell Pit Abomination. Again, probably don't care all that much for it, but it's another tool for us to benefit off of, and I would love to hunt you down. Because why not? And there goes a lot of my cash in a hurry. Because of that. And let's see. Let's see, I would like to reinforce a bit. Even if it may not be necessary. With that said.
not Scryer's will.
Huh. I'm just noticing I'm missing a unit squad. Does one of my units die against Grimgore?
Magic's energies.
Or was it, or did I not need to dismiss the Rattling Gunners?
Scurry forward.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing out on. Oh well. Either way,
Sneak,
I can
scurry.
fix that later. I am curious if that's helping you. Plus 5 armor piercing weapon damage. Armor piercing weapon damage. Okay, so that's not helpful. I'm just wondering if I get rid of this. I can't take it off from here apparently. At least not in a simple manner. I was curious to see if that would adjust or not. Either way, factions have been encountered, but I don't think I care about them at the moment. And I no longer have vision up here, but I think we're okay for getting more income regardless. Especially when the Stone Mine Towers continues to get more wealthy. I just don't... probably should have upgraded the mine shafts, honestly. That would have been more beneficial for me. Now...
Find my harem.
Oh. I mean, interesting. Oh no. Didn't I have an I thought I had another Under Empire around here somewhere that's been established. Or could I be wrong there? Well, either way, I guess... Either way, let's grab this and get out of this godforsaken place, shall we? It's gonna be nice and simple. Face off against more Skaven, like the cowards they are. And it's gonna be simple. Let's have some fun, shall we? And hopefully it remembered my subtitle settings from the last video, the last episode. Ooh, and they have a deployment up front here. I wonder how easily it'll be for me to pick them off, whatever they are. Let's find out. Let us find out. Oh. Well, oh yeah, it's one of these cases where I can't deploy, but for some reason I get to choose to start battle.
Says his armor is more special than mine, does he? Hmm? Then I will steal it. I am quick. The best stuff shall be mine. But cunning is this vermin, yes, yes. I will have to be wary. Make sure clan rats set off the traps. Better they die than me. Hmm? Scurry forward now, now! Begin fight! Kill, kill!
That is the plan.
Guide us, Horned One.
Now, let's go after their... Let's go and set off the trap that they talk about. Gonna be a little bit odd, because again, the lighting's a bit problematic, and I'm not a fan of it. But let's just get everyone in there. And then have fun with everything else once it's all said and done. There they run. I want to be able to shoot them, but they're not making it easy for me. There's the spears. I want to wait until... Well, what kind of spears are they? They're just Skaven slaves, so they have no charge defense against this. Now, where are the rest of my units? Okay, they're way over here. Alright, crush these guys, murder them.
Lose your head.
And then try and deal with these as quickly as we can. Doom wheel, I got something to match that. I got a doom wheel of my own. Which hopefully we could deal with theirs relatively well, but it is a bit of a cramped space with that said. I'm just not a fan of this lighting, if I were so honest. Alright, you go in there. Get everyone grouped back up. Ideally. This should be an easy battle regardless. We just want to stomp everything that's available to us though. Oh, what was that? There, that's a little more like it. Get all my infantry in position. Well, I hopefully... Okay, there's the actual units. Gotta be mindful of that. And where is my Pestilin? Yeah, he's way back. Now let's see if we could deal with that siege weaponry. Oh, reinforcements. So much for that. Here comes their trap, though. Come on. My plague rat should be... Plague priest should almost be here by now. There, that's more like it. Jeez. Took long enough. Get these guys in here. We got a lot of units to fight. Oh, and I forgot there was a doom wheel here. Still in the fight. So kill this off. Yeah, this is just annoying to try and watch and see, judge how things are going for me. But let's at least enjoy this pestilent breath. Maybe? Fine, don't cast the friggin' spell. Now, can we cast it? I don't know if that was as effective as it could have been. Alright, Queek, you know what to do. Just go after the warlord there, ideally. And start crushing their units to the best of your ability. And if possible, just do some more damage. And surround and smash these clan rats quickly while they are busy. Yeah, you may be a little bit too close there. Sadly, my Doomflayer is probably not doing what it should be. Yeah, murder them. Council Guard, you get back up here. Okay, he's currently broken. Nice and easy there. Oh. I figured they had more fight in them. Did really all I have to do is just terrify their lord to the point that he gave up? Well, that explains why it was a one-sided bout. As they had Doomflayers and everything. They still had and 2 Warp Lightning Swords, keep in mind, just shooting me in the back. They actually had a pretty formidable army there, considering the fact it was one-sided. Oh well. It means less damage for me, easier replenishment. And I got my armor. I don't even know what clan this Skaven faction's from, nor do I honestly care.
My
I just got the armor.
With you. Sacrifice to the 13. Swell the hordes of Moors.
I would like to just eat and replenish, since that is quite a significant amount of replenishment there. Queek gets more experience, he gets his armor. Queek is now ready to be the warlord he was meant to be. What does this do? Just slows, affects flying units, which we never encounter, so give him more protection. And I don't think I care about these too much. A higher quality enchanted item would still be nice over time, but I think we're good. Congratulations, Queek. And now you are level 36. And we are buffing these guys up even further. Making my Storm Vermin and Plague Priests even more formidable. Although, now we gotta get Queek out of here. Which is gonna take some time, and no matter where he goes, it's attrition damage. Just give me 50% movement, if that's possible, for the garrison. And I'm hoping I can rebuy my Regiment of Renown. Is that possible? I don't see an option for him. I wonder what that means. Because I don't have the census bearers on another squad at the moment.
Many kills today.
Either way, Spike Peak is not all that scary. So Assassin, you go check over here. And see what this army's up to. And otherwise, let's get the fortifications going, since thankfully I do have enough money. Probably not the turn, sadly, that I want to get this all fortified.
All tales are mine.
And sadly... Oh, can I not do anything here now? Oh, it's currently not in attack state. That explains it. And I don't think I have the money to colonize. Not yet. So next turn I can try that. Let's see, are you my wounded warlock from earlier? I just thought I had to rebuy you at first. Which is kind of convenient. But we'll see how that works out. Anyone else that needs to move? I don't think I do. Quake's moved. You're staying there for money. Warlock's moved. And all the heroes have moved. We are good. Alright. Queek's ready to get moving. I don't think there's any reason to be over here. And these are Bretonians, are they? Or are they undead?
Whether chivalrous or not, I will strike you down, scum, if your words displease me.
Well, that answers that. And I don't care about anything over here. I think we're all done. Now it's time to move on to our biggest prize yet. Kazakh 8 Peak. With that said though, let me actually start assassinating some of these guys and get rid of them. It just didn't even... Okay, it did succeed. It's just kind of odd that it just didn't want to give me the results. He just vanished. Like it was a guaranteed fact he was going to die. There, congrats. Now you're our hero slayer as well. I just need to actually put you in an army now for you to really benefit off it. And otherwise, where is Grimgor? Is he still around somewhere? I don't see him at least, so I know he's around. He came back once before, he'll come back again. And this is going to be a fun little simple battle. Let's make short work of them. And actually, let me just double check. Weapon strength 31. 26, yeah. Let me check missile strength. 43. Yeah, 43. So that only affects melee. Which is what I thought. I just want to be sure. Which doesn't give me a whole lot of options, does it now, for who to equip that on. Well, I gotta say, that's pretty satisfying when all my gunners are able to fire on targets without risk of them getting rushed down. Although it does help when they're drastically overwhelmed, I suppose, too. But slowly but surely, we're getting this figured out. Hopefully. And the settlement's been captured. Now, Forbidden Rod. Okay, increases recharge. I like the sounds of that. It works with you. It's just a question of, well, let's see. Musk of Fear is really tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Extends cast range. Let me at least play with the regular version of that more before I even try, since I don't even think I used Scorched in that battle.
Master Engineer.
But I do like the idea. Ability recharge, and it has a guaranteed miscast. What is this? There's a lot of spells available to me. Increases power reserve, but while it's active, it does greatly limit my power or to recharge, which I'm fine with. I'm just wondering where that item is I just got. Oh, Forbidden Rod, there it is. I am fine with damage to myself, and it gives magical resistance, which sounds great too. Potion of Healing. I think that's what I want to grab. I have a lot of choices. A lot of good choices. Just a matter of if they are appropriately equipped or not. Either way, again, I should check these after recording if I can be bothered to remember. But either way, Spike Peak is ours again. We're going to refortify it, even though I could have infested some food on it. And I need to be ready for this attack over here. Can I at least slow him down? Oh, it's Grimgore of all people, too. Not likely to slow him down, but that will help a ton. Oh, what's this? And you already killed someone. Hopefully, I can actually take on Grimgore in a proper one-on-one fight this time, though. And let's occupy this. I don't care about high level. And we just replenish our troops and you can get back to what you were doing before. Ooh, interesting. Vampire corruption, though. All armies immune to vampiric attrition. Very interesting. And of course, a little bit of income. Interesting. Very interesting. Although, without a doubt, I know what I'm putting on this structure. Just more money. Was there any question about it? And let's see. This increases levels for my chieftains the more I have of these. Which is pretty convenient. I want more of these around. And the more boost to levels they can get, the better. Which is something I'm going to have to seriously consider once I really want to start organizing my infrastructure. Let's see. I upgrade you to level 4. You already got that going. This is an opportunity for what I just meant. I could boost up my potential more for assassins and any other future units. Since that could be another alternative to these structures. Otherwise, what would be good to boost level up? I think I like the Plague Priest more than I do the Warlocks. And as a result, I probably want to get more Pox Cauldrons to help with that some. In the case I do lose more of these guys. But I think we're good for now. I just need the money to start upgrading. And with that said, I should have another clan hall or clan armory built up in these subregions ideally. And I can probably do that here. Can I? Oh no, never mind. This just gives them... Oh, that's for level 5. And that's for all heroes. Well, I guess I know what I'm getting then. I was thinking more generically, but... this is a little more beneficial and it buffs the levels of my lords too. Now I know what to focus on for my headquarter region. Get as many of these to level 5 as possible to help supplement my army. A little bit. Otherwise, I think we're good for now. I don't even have any more money. And we'll get Kazakh 8 Peak, or Kazakh 8 Peak pretty soon, hopefully. And you're still not fully repaired yet, but that will be done soon. Ooh, commitments available. Yes, please. Public order. I think I want public order, but increasing growth so this develops more can be nice too. And I'll worry about damage. Actually, I want to just replace that for another one of those rubbish pits. At least until I could come up with something better. Well, I guess I don't have time to deal with Grimgor. He's already on the move.
Fight, die for me.
And as much as I would like to deal with this,
Taste battle. Good.
I don't think it's worth my time at the moment. And it did some decent damage, but they'll regenerate pretty quickly. And they just burnt it to the ground entirely. Alright, we're gonna have to deal with our friend here. Okay, now we got that set up. So maybe what happens when I reset back a turn, that was when I got the under settlement here. But I don't think I need to worry about expanding it yet. Because in all honesty, Pools of Despair might be better, because there are a bunch of sovereign regions here. And as a result, we're just going to focus on food and growth off you, or money. I think it's the plan. Raiding camps could be decent. Gives me food and income. But a lot of discoverability though, which can be offset some. I want ideally both food and money, and this seems like the best of both worlds, but I'm not getting a lot of income from this region, so it might not be worth it. Let's start on something simple with that said, and just get the flat increase, which apparently is being increased by an additional percentage, which I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what's causing that to be increased. Either way, more money is always good. And with that said, let me upgrade up here, this Undercity, to get that going. There. 6 turns for the mine shaft, but I think we're good. I'm hoping. I'm gonna have to pay close attention to... Actually, I could just check that right now. 20 and 40. I'm assuming that's not gonna put me over 100, at the very least. Then otherwise, can I try and slow Grimgor down? Just a little bit.
Take cover, things. Not my fault.
Since if I try hard enough, he will eventually fail. And that's kind of what I'm hoping on a bit. But let's make things cheaper, make him more effective as specialist for the time being. And I sadly cannot go over here. But when I teleport over here, I'll at least get some replenishment. Right? Not much. Alright. Assassin, I want you to go harass Grimgore. Well, I have 2 assassins for that. Which I don't think I need both assassins, so... let's keep an eye on what's up north with you. And if possible, you go deal with Grimgore. Especially if he goes downwards some more. And I can protect the city if Grimgore decides to jump over there. Hopefully. I'm a little more confident in my ability to fight him now after that victory. Arguably. But where is... oh yeah, I'm already... there's my tunnel option. It just seems a little bit odd because it looks like I wasn't able to move at first. And Queek will be back into friendly territory shortly. And then I have plans for him after that. With that said, you teleport back over. Garrison, recover, do what's needed. And hopefully you can fight Grimgore again.
Shower me in gifts, or you die by my claw.
I'm going to say no to the non-aggression pact, although my relations with them is dropping quite a bit. Interestingly. So conflict is inevitable pretty soon. I saw nothing from Grimgore. Oh, and that explains why. He raised his settlement only to bring it back up. Which is a little bit odd. But I am curious how they're getting these upgrades on their units at the same time. Oh, defeat Grimgore in battle? That's the plan. And now is a really good chance of it, but you can't hinder replenishment at all, can you? Nope. That's gonna be on the plate for another day, I think. Otherwise, let's max out the training. Get that continued to go. And I can jump again. I can't actually reach the settlement, surprisingly. I wonder why that is. Oh, that's why. I was clicking on the wrong cursed thing.
Spray musk here.
No, please don't spray your musk. It doesn't sound pleasant. Otherwise, let's continue. It was actually a success this time. 1 in 3 chances is likely to succeed after I tried at least 3 times, right? Flawless thinking. But either way, that's about to get built. Queek continues his move forward, back to friendly territory. And we're going to start properly reinforcing his army with this kind of income. Then otherwise... what kind of settlements can I upgrade, though? Not a lot here. Although, again, I should demolish this for what I already talked about before. Just upgrade my settlements a bit. In a proper manner. Ideally. Which I don't really have it for here either, but I could demolish this since I already got something like that. I could demolish this for the same reason, and we can optimize a bit. So long as I don't lose this settlement, that's kind of the key factor there. Which will require securing this region, especially dealing with Grimgore proper, for that to really work. More income, I am fine with that. And this gives me food too. I cannot say no to that, but it burns all my money, of course. Which is no real surprise. Otherwise, assassin, you scout around. Nothing too fancy, just give me early warning of what might be happening up here. And you will be fully replenished next turn, and you can continue your duty as just a logistics, logistics lord maybe. And I'll have to see what to do with these gunner runners, as you are hoarding a lot of money at the moment too. But you're still pretty competent. This will be the last turn just to see where Grimgor goes, and then we will end off here. Alright, Grimgor is just sprinting away there. Nothing too exciting otherwise, but we will see how this picks up next turn. For Queek's gonna have his triumphant return after his little quest to acquire power. And I think, finally, I might do something about our dwarven friends down here, as they kind of have not really been doing much, have they? And I think Queek is going to personally deal with them from here on out. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.